I'm excited. You know, I'm from Texas. It's my home state, so it's good to be back playing, you know, amongst family every week.
Do you live in North Texas?
East Texas.
East Texas.
Yeah.
You said before the organization was arrogant when you played with the Eagles. Your thoughts now that you've had an opportunity to come in the building and talk with some folks?
I mean, I don't really call it arrogance. I mean, they had swagger, you know, pretty much the same thing.
Swagger.
You know, the swagger, you know, they go in week in and week out with that swagger. You can tell how the defense play. You know, Dak and Zeke, you know, scoring and everybody showing their emotions on their shoulders. And, I mean, I like that, to be honest.
Oh,
you know,
I like that.
And that's how we're going to do it here.
Does it feel weird to be putting these colors on after playing against them so
Yeah, a little bit, you know. Like I said, that was our rivalry. You know the Dallas and Eagle rivalry go deep, so it's kind of weird, but I'm here, you know, in my home state and ready to roll.
Jason, take us through the last month for you. Did you have other opportunities? Why were the Cowboys the right ones, and what have you been doing to stay in shape?
Yeah, I had a few opportunities with some teams, but like I was telling my agent, they like to go youth over age, so I was just weighing my options. And then when this came up, my home state, you know, I couldn't pass it up to play for the Cowboys. You know, 2 hours from my hometown. So, and far as the shape go, I've just been doing cardio and lifting. You know, you can't really get in football shape till you put the pads and the helmet on. So, you know, that's what I'm gonna be doing the first couple weeks.
When the season ended in Chicago, did you think this is it for me, or did you still have a desire to keep playing?
I had the desire to keep playing because I finished that strong. Played like almost 80% of the snaps, 15 games, and I felt good about it. But you know, I wasn't pressed. But you know, when Jerry called, I came.
I was gonna say on that note, 15
Jerry called.
9 years old. How much of a sense of pride was your availability last year? Because a lot of offensive linemen aren't playing that much.
Yeah, I know. Just trying to set the bar for the up and coming youth. If you love the game and want to keep playing, you know, I'm just showing them you can do it. Instead of, letting the league run you out, I'm a living testimony of you can just keep going, me and Tom.
Oh, no.
We just setting the bar.
What is Jerry's sales pitch?
Go home.
Growing up in Texas, were you a Cowboys fan growing up?
Sad to say, I wasn't. You know, I cheered for him, but I was a Buffalo Bills fan. That's why I signed with him coming out of college.
How did you become a Bills fan?
You know, Thurman Thomas and Bruce Smith, Jim Kelly. You know, some of those guys, I always used to watch them.
Jason, I think you were quoted as saying a few weeks ago you wanted to go somewhere where you had a chance to win and also pass along some knowledge. Clearly, there's a young offensive lineman here who can benefit from being around.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to trying to transmit to him?
Just a grit, finishing plays, technique, knowing what to do and playing fast, keeping his nose clean and stuff, you know, on and off the field. You know, I'm gonna help him out. I helped him a little bit today, just trying to get his technique and all that stuff in rhythm.
How long will it take you to get ready in your mind?
It'll be a couple weeks. Just, being in pass and getting my feet up under me. It's not gonna take long.
You didn't like the Cowboys much when you were in Philly,
I mean, you can't blame me. You know,
Right.
we rivals,
Right.
but you know,
How do you feel now? I'm just saying this.
at the end of the day,
Get the man a towel.
Jerry go back to Arkansas. So
Hand the man a
he
towel.
called me,
Look,
we sat
he's
down and
sweating.
talked and,
He's
it was
sweating.
like love at first sight. You know, we was talking about the Hogs. He was talking about the national championship.
There we go.
How it changed his life, and me being a Razorback changed my life and gave me the opportunity to be here today.
In a couple of weeks, do you have a game circled, like try to be ready for Cincinnati or victory?
I don't have a game circled, but I'm working to, be ready be available in a couple weeks.
So when you came for the meeting, did any of your former Eagles teammates call you, text you, say it ain't so?
Yeah, a bunch of fans, a bunch of my teammates. I hadn't really replied back to them yet.
Oh,
But, I'll get around to that.
he slammed the door on the Eagles team. Oh,
It don't matter whatever they ask me. If Smith get in there and start rolling and they want to keep him, I'm gonna just help him along. I ain't no guy that's gonna feel some kind of way if I don't get in there and start. But if they ask me to start, I'm gonna get in there and go to work.
I'm gonna go to work.
You're comfortable with a mentorship role, if that's a more critical role than starting and amount of snaps?
What's your question again?
At this stage of your career, you're more comfortable being a mentor or helping out a depth guy?
I've been doing that since my 4th, 5th year. It don't matter if I'm starting or not. Even when I was hurt going on the Super Bowl run, I was helping Bata. and Lane Johnson every day. So it really don't matter what I'm doing on and off the field. If I'm starting, I'm gonna play as a starter. If I'm off the field, I'm gonna be coaching the guys up.
So Jason, would it be safe to say you not to anticipate you playing against Tampa and Cincinnati the first 2 games?
I mean, you never know what will happen. Like I said, I'm ramping up. If I feel good enough, I'm gonna jump out there. I just want to get my legs up on it, see how I feel, in pass with the helmet, because I hadn't been in pass or helmet since December, well January. So we just gonna see.
Your resume is pretty good. Last one, guys. Your resume is pretty good. In the back end of your career, obviously, do you think you have done enough for the Hall of Fame or consideration for that?
I'm not really thinking about that. It's for the voters and the fans. It's for you to vote. It's not in my hands. I just go out there and put the resume together.
Do you have a magic potion to make Cowboys and Eagles fans friends?
No.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, we don't want to be friends with them Eagles. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here. Of course, with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. All I want to know is,
are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Isn't that why you're here?
You were here?
Yeah. Let's get this party started. Let's wake up the football gods and Stuart Morrison. I've talked to his his sister, Christine. Stuart's mother's in the hospital. She's on oxygen. They still haven't done the sonogram on her heart. They're just trying to make sure that it is pneumonia and that she said she looked a lot better today. Her mom said she wasn't feeling any better, but she said that she's looking a lot better. So keep those thoughts and prayers up. And before we get in too deep in this thing, I got to get the shout out to the lovely ladies. The reason why the Eagle fans come in here, because they know that the Dallas Cowboys have the best ladies in here. And I see Angelica Baron. What's up, Angelica? Mary, how you doing this evening? I saw Miss Hot Sauce. What's up? I'm burning for all you guys too. And James Snyder, shout out to James Snyder, the very first one for our super chats for tonight. Let me see. Oh man, there's so many chats here. I got to go back some. I got Lola. I got Angelica Baron, Mary, Roland, Stacy Schubert. What's up, Stacy? Stacy, great work on your channel. Definitely, everybody check out Stacy Schubert, Roland's review channel. She does a live stream every Sunday at 4:00. Definitely show her some love. Miss Gibson, how you doing tonight? Did I miss any of the lovely ladies? If I did, please go ahead and say, hey, here I am. I hope everybody's doing good on this holiday. This is the end of summer, the unofficial end, although this didn't really feel like a holiday to me. In fact, for me, it felt like a work day because I've been busting a hump trying to get this place together. I'm getting all the dust and everything else and all the stuff from last year together, trying to get some good mojo here in the studio so we can get ready to home gate, okay? We're going to be home gating here, and come Thursday night, we'll have the first game. Marley Greens, shout out to Marley Greens, and Aisha Robinson, Aisha Robinson, 21 months as a member. Shout out to you. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Since it is a new season and a new thing, since Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays, Super Chats, we are starting all over for the season. We're going to be doing new giveaways of stuff. And tonight, we're going to give away this shirt tonight. This one is signed by Billy Joe Dupree. Super Bowl champion, Billy Joe Dupree. All right, so that's going to be tonight at 10 o'clock. Anybody who becomes a channel member, anybody who becomes or does a super chat, you're going to be put into the hopper, and we're going to be doing those giveaways and stuff to you guys. And I'm still working on the extra stuff for you channel members. So today we signed Jason Peters, and it's almost comical to me It's almost comical how the Eagle fans are literally going crazy. Nick Caps, go to hell, Commanders. There you go. Go to hell. Okay. And Gina Thorne. What's up, Gina? It's kind of crazy because I didn't know how. I kept thinking about it. I said, okay, this is Jason Peters. 11 years with the Eagles, has talked trash about the Cowboys, they're arrogant and everything else, that they the rich kids, we the blue collar guys and we hate the evil empire kind of stuff, and I didn't know how he was going to react. But he actually said, let me see if I can find it here, because I was kind of like, ooh, I was like, ooh, Jason Peters, are you kidding me? Let me change up the camera angle here. Jason Peters' hate for the Cowboys is gone. It's love at first sight meeting Jerry Jones. In fact, it actually got to the point where it was almost kind of like what, I'm gonna borrow a quote from a great fan out there. It was almost felt like Jason Peters was saying, "Whoa, fuck the Eagle." Oh, Vado. I honestly, Vado, I think you were 100% right. It almost felt like, he said he had Eagle fans that text him, that he had, former Eagle players that said, I ain't responded to him. Say what? You ain't responded to him? Ooh. Shout out to William Shorts, 5 months as a Mojo member. Shout out to you, buddy. I'm like, wait a minute. Filthy. And see, this is what's funny. I think Eagle fans are a little salty. I think they're a little upset. In fact, I think the Eagles are a little bit concerned right now. Because, here's the thing. Thou protest too much. I think what they're hoping is that Jason Peters doesn't have anything in the tank, that Jason Peters is done, that Jason Peters will be the death of the Cowboys. I think actually all the talking that they're doing, Nathan Hendry and Randy, 5 in the wake up. Are you ready? Thank you, Nathan Henry. And Randy, I feel better about O-line. Let me ask you, if Tyrone comes back, can you imagine 2 soon-to-be Hall of Famers at left tackle and guard? Randy, that would be interesting. The question is, will Tyrone Smith come back at full go, and will that mess up the cohesion you've had if it ends up being there? That's the big question, because it's one of those things, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then maybe if things are working, then this is my thing with, for example, the Cleveland Browns. If the Cleveland Browns have Deshaun Watson sitting out for 11 games, and let's say they are 8-3 and winning, do you put him in? I know you're paying him a whole lot of money, but I'm kind of like, if your team's playing well, I ain't trying to mess with it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And you heard him. This is what's interesting to me on the conversation from him. It's going to take me a couple of weeks to get, up to speed, but, I'm getting the helmet on and getting everything, getting used to it. But quite frankly, think about this for a second. In the kinder, gentler NFL, Dak Prescott ain't been hit since the 49er game. He wears the red jersey, which means don't touch. Zeke Elliott hasn't been tackled to the ground since the 49er game. The offensive and defensive linemen, they wear the padded helmet. So how much hitting has he missed? They really don't hit anymore until the games. Now, he said he's been lifting weights, said he's been doing conditioning, but of course, there's nothing like being, and I will admit, there's nothing like being in football shape except being in football shape. But the interesting thing to me, this is what I think bothers Eagle fans more than anything else. He looked good in Cowboy colors. Didn't he look younger and slimmer? You see him there signing? I was like, I need to get whatever shirt he's wearing because it made him look like he was skinny. I was like, that's a 40-year-old? That's 40? Are you kidding me? I said, damn, that dude looked like he was okay. He's training Ty Smith up. And that, my friends, is the best thing of all, is that he's actually already beginning to mentor Tyler Smith. And see, this is where you look at this and say, yeah, we've got an offensive line coach that Tyler Smith loves and things, but there's nothing like a wily old veteran who's seen all of these guys. You got a guy who's gone against all the great ones. Everybody in our division he's gone against. He knows their moves. Him in real time can tell you exactly what this guy's going to do. Hey, Tyler, yo, let me talk to you, bro. Here's his moves. He's going to set you up with blah, 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 blah. Then he's going to try and come back to the spin. Watch. I'm telling you, he will. East Camden Flight. Nobody's hating on y'all. Okay, all right. East Side Herald. It's funny because anytime the Eagles sign anybody, anytime the Eagles get rid of a trash-ass player that they ended up putting draft picks in, you got King Dingbat here. Oh, here we go. We got some breaking news on the Eagles. I just woke up and everything, and I'm about to go to work, but I got to bring this to you because it's Howie Vision. Howie Vision. Howie does it again. He takes JJ Arthur-Whiteside, the bust that he is, and he trades him for an Ugo Amani. He sounds like a suit, man. We got Ugo Amani. Yeah, we ended up trading JJ Whiteside, and we got a defensive back. Okay, right? Wait a minute. You got a journeyman defensive back for a guy you put a second-round pick for? And then 2 days later, King Dingbat here, and what's great because we just took Ugo Amani. Yeah, we go to the guy we got for Dakota Whiteside. Well, we shipped him out to the Texans or the Titans. I don't know who it is. We sent him somebody, and we swapped 6 and 7-round picks. Howie's Vision is a great move. So wait a minute. You took a second-round pick trying to get a wide receiver. The next pick was DK Metcalf. You got a journeyman defensive back that you traded to somebody else, and you only swapped a 6th and a 7th-round pick? And you're telling me that's a great move? I mean, I'm going to honestly say, look, the cupboard was bare. The cupboard was bare with the backups, okay? I was not ready for Josh Ball to see the field. I feel like this is really Josh Ball's rookie year because he was injured last year. I'm not ready for Matt Lewinsky, who was 71 until now. He's now 78. He gave up his number for Jason Peters. I'm not ready to see him on the field yet. I mean, these two guys may end up being great offensive linemen, but they're not ready to start day one to take care of Dak Prescott's blind side. I'm not crazy about a rookie Tyler Smith being there, but I feel better about him than those guys. But in case shit happens, I'll say this much. Dude made it through 15 games last year with the Bears. He's not great, but he's better than a Ty Nsekhe. He's better than actually Eric Fisher was last year. He's better than Nate Solder was last year. So, to me, this is a no-risk, high-reward situation. He can't be worse than Josh Ball. Cowboys sign all their players regardless if they're trash and not. That's why they won't win a Super Bowl. Well, Steven Jackson, what team is? Who's your team? Who's your team, Steven Jackson? I'm just curious. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's right. We let go of DeMarco Murray. We ran him in the ground, and you guys thought it was great. And you paid him a boatload of money. We're not paying a boatload of money for Jason Peters. But it's cool. It's cool because, I haven't seen this yet, but I imagine that this is kind of funny. My son, Philly 500, he always does his videos. I almost have to welcome Philly 500 as a Cowboys content creator Because now it's like he'll do 2 Eagle videos and then he'll do a Dallas Cowboys, update and stuff. The Cowboys stink and this, that, and the other. So, of course, he talks about Jason Peters. Now, you tell me, you listen to him and ask if he sounds salty or not. Okay, let's just hear what he has to say.
So it looks like Jason Peters is signed with the Dallas Cowboys. Just think of it. After 821 years, Jerry Jones finally figured out how to do contracts.
Okay. I hear you.
Dallas still stinks.
Okay.
You're right the way, King Dingbat here. So the Philadelphia Eagles are in an even stronger position than any of us possibly could imagine headed into the season. Why? Because the Dallas Cowboys are left panicking to fill a left tackle spot by signing a 40-year-old left tackle who doesn't have much left. Now, we're going to get into it in a second, but before we do that, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe for daily Eagles content, daily NFL content. We will be streaming every Eagles game. And if you've been subscribed for a while, you know the deal. Just double check. Double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed. Okay. So, let's get right into this, right? Because I have a lot to say on this today, because today is Labor Day and I've been out all day with the family doing some family things, dealing with family things, and I come back and all I see is Mark Holmes videos about Philly 500. Must be like 2 or 3 or 4 of them, and they're all talking about how Eagle fans are upset and mad that the Dallas Cowboys signed Jason Peters. What are you kidding? We're ecstatic. We're ecstatic because we know Jason Peters doesn't have much left. I understand the Dallas Cowboys are desperate, but you would think a team that really has real, true Super Bowl aspirations would be willing to do a little more than go out and get a 40-year-old left tackle who doesn't have much left. I love Jason Peters. He's a Philadelphia Eagles Hall of Famer. He's a legend. But as long as he's donning this cowboy blue, he's the enemy.
Doesn't he look slim and trim?
He's the enemy. All right, so it says, welcome Cowboys Nation, Jason Peters. I've never seen a team that couldn't sign a guy in, for a week, a washed-up guy who probably can't be getting that much money, who's going to end up on your practice squad. You have to actually, take days and days and days to figure out a contract? That's pathetic. Howie Roseman running circles around you. Circles. I can't.
Yeah, he's running circles with the Ortega Whitesides, with the Jalen Ragars, the Andre Dillards, the Derek Barnett. Okay, yes, he's running circles. Carson Wentz. Okay.
Believe this guy, Mark Holmes, man. He's going crazy. It's funny to me. I got hair every day. I got to watch videos about myself. I already know who I am. Well, I need to. I fire Howie. Fucking fire him. Motherfucker! Stupid motherfucker! What an idiot! What an idiot! Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. He's stupid. I fire his ass. I fire his ass. I mean, Howie's got to be stupid. What are you doing? You just let Dallas take him.
Okay. All right. So, I have to stop here for 1 second because, dude, Dab Sports, why you gotta insult my son? Seriously. That's not what we're about on this channel. Seriously. If this is the thing where Eagle fans come in here and they think that you can go through and trash people and then they wonder why they get blocked, because that's not what this is about. We got enough fucking assholes in the world today that literally just want to fucking fight. I want to be a place where people can actually have real conversations and shit. And if that's what the hell you want to bring here, then keep your fucking ass out. How How about that, Dab Sports? Seriously, you feel better that you go through and insult somebody? Seriously. This is the fucking problem with our country, that everybody has to be so goddamn nasty. You'd rather spit on somebody instead of saying something nice. Well, guess what? I don't want that trash on my channel. If you're bringing it here, my mods will take it out. Now, you want to talk trash back and forth about each other's team, joke about the Eagles, the Cowboys and stuff, and have fun. That's cool. But don't come in here insulting people. I apologize to everybody else. But see, this is the kind of bullshit that I am sick and tired of in the world. It used to be that this country was a beacon of hope, that people looked out for each other. Instead, we got all these fucking idiots and assholes that if you don't agree with me, I've got to go ahead and attack you. Well, God damn it, I'm not accepting it here in my house ever again. And any of you who think that you can come in here and be an asshole, you're not welcome. You're ruining it for the rest of us. I apologize to everybody else. Let me go back to Salty Philly 500 so I can laugh some.
Watch videos on it. But he puts out Dallas Cowboys Mark Holmes propaganda, right? Complaining that, Philly 500 likes everybody the Eagles picks up. Likes everybody. You don't ever watch any of my videos. You haven't seen me go off on Derek Barnett. You didn't hear me talk about Alshon Jeffrey when they signed it. There's a lot of guys I didn't like the Eagles sign. But at least I don't do this, Mark. At least I don't do this. At least I don't go out there and trash a guy who's on another team for years and years and years. Or you go into free agency and you say, I don't want this guy, he's trash. I don't want this guy, he's trash. Then you get him, and then he's the greatest thing that ever played, that ever was. Jason Peters, he's already teaching the guys in the line this and this and that.
You never... that running back that you just got from the 49ers that had 167 yards, you didn't just say that he's the missing piece for the Eagles. And Zeke Elliott is done? Huh.
Hated the guy years ago. He stunk, he was fat, he was overrated. Now he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Get the hell out of here. You're feeding people crap. Just say it. He played for the enemy, and now he's on our team, and I got to root for him. That's all you have to say. That's all you have to say. That's all you have to say. But Jason Peters signed. I'm sorry I had to get that out, okay?
Let me clarify something, Texas Eagle. Let me clarify something to you. There's a difference of me and Philly 500. He's talking about me, and I'm talking about him. That's okay. We're having fun with there. It's another thing when you have a personal attack against somebody else. That's the difference. And here's the thing. This is America, and you have freedom of choice. Nobody says anybody has to be here on this channel. There are literally hundreds of thousands of channels where you can be. You choose to be here. This is my home. This is my house. This is my channel. And I'm not taking personal attacks against people. So if you want to say I'm a hypocrite, well, fine. I'm a hypocrite. Whatever. Then take your hypocrite ass hating someplace else. I'm just sick of this shit. I'm not, we're going to fix this shit. At least in this small universe that I have, we're going to fix this thing. Because, see, when I grew up, here's the thing that was cool. This is a real story. Growing up in the Washington, D.C. area, my dad, who worked at the post office, which was like a 10-acre wide building, there were 3 Cowboy fans that were there. He was known as Cowboy Ty. His name was Tyrone. All of my uncles and cousins and everything else, they were all Washington Commanders fans, or Redskins at the time. And for me growing up, it was always so cool when it was Washington-Dallas week. Because, when Washington won, the phone was constantly ringing. Everybody's calling to tell my dad, your team stinks and everything else. But when the Cowboys won, you couldn't find those. That was trash talking between friends and family, and it was a bit of love. And in the same way that over there, I have a seat cushion that's a Washington Redskins seat cushion that was given to me by my friend Jim. We ended up making a bet, because I've got a Cowboy one. Whichever team wins, That seat cushion is out. Right now, the Dallas Cowboys one's out. It's been out all this past year. The year before, it drove me crazy all off season because it was out. My friend Jim died about 12 years ago. But I still honor that friendship and that trash talking. For me, what me and Philly 500 do back and forth talking trash about the Eagles and things, it's the same thing that I saw growing up. But you don't hear me calling, saying you're a fat ass or, this, that, or the other. We don't do personal attacks. There's no need for that. Make you feel like a big shot if you try and put somebody down, and belittle them? Is that what it is? Is it that your life sucks so much that you have to feel better by trying to make somebody else feel bad? If that's the case, then I feel bad for you. And now I am really off the rails here. And I apologize to everybody else who is here for football talk. But I'm sick of this bullshit. I'm seriously. There's no call for some of the shit that some of you people do. And I'm sure that somebody will be out there making a video about it. Mark Holmes melts down and this, that, and the other and doing more lies and shit. And that's cool. That's cool. But I know that I got 400 and some odd people here that know the real deal and are here actually to have some fun. So there we go. Yeah, unfortunately, you're right. That's the way they are. Mark, flash out. Okay. Yeah, that's just effing wrong. So apparently, I have more people, including some Eagle fans in here, that, in fact, shout out to the Eagle fans in here that are actually standing up for me and for what we're doing. Because, again, there are so many Eagle fans in here that are like friends and family. So let's just be cool. Let's go ahead and have some fun and stop disrespecting people, okay? Okay. Mark is 0-1 real quick. Maybe should be our left tackle. Oh, believe me, I'm good for 2 plays. I'll give you 2 plays there. But let me go back to Phillies because I need a good laugh. But go on, Philly.
I hear this crap all day. Every time I go on YouTube, there's my face. There's my face. Mark Holmes, there's my face.
There's your face,
I know I look
Philly.
like Denzel Washington, but come on now. Come on. All right, so Jason Peters signs, and in all seriousness, the Cowboys needed help at the left tackle position. So it makes sense, I guess. I still think that if I was the Cowboys, I would have liked to see something else. The problem you're going to run into, Cowboy fans, is this, and I'm really happy that Jason Peters, in all seriousness, is playing. I hope he takes all the Cowboys' money. I hope he goes there and does what he always does. Okay, he's going to play he'll play like one game, then he'll play the next game, he'll play like a quarter, take himself out, come back in the third quarter, take himself out, and then he'll miss the fourth quarter. Next game, he won't play. Or he'll be like, play the second quarter, then play the fourth quarter. Like, he can't play whole games, week to week to week to week to week. So you're going to have a problem with that. But other than that, I wish Jason Peters nothing but the best. When he takes off that satanic star on the helmet, which it is, it's a satanic star. Let's not fool ourselves. And he retires as a Philadelphia Eagle. Then we put him in the Hall of Fame. But right now, he's a Dallas Cowboy, so I don't want to think about it. But as far as being mad, no, I'm happy. I would rather than do that than trade for a guy like Andre Dillard or something like that and got a guy who could actually help them.
That's what it really is. It's not about helping us. He really wishes that we had traded for Andre Dillard. That's what it is. He's mad because they got stuck with another one of Howie Visions. Howie Vision is so great. Did you see the movie? Yeah. Howie picked Andre Dillard, a guy you couldn't trade, a guy you can't get on the field, a guy who just fractured his arm. Now we understand why the Eagle fans are pissed off. Let me say shout out to Casey Stewart and Tay Cowboys. What's up, Tay? And I know I mistold who up there's Amanda Brown. What's Amanda? Long time no see. Double shout out for Stephanie with the super chat. Thank you, Stephanie. You're entered in our drawing for the Billy Joe Dupree shirt. All right, so back to other news. All right, so Eagle fans, they're trying to say that they're not upset about it, that they're happy that we got him, that he's going to be a bum and stuff. But, and that's a possibility. There's no guarantee on any single player. There's no guarantee on all these players that the Eagles sign. For all we know, A.J. Brown might not fit the system. A.J. Brown might not fit the system, or maybe him and Hurts can't get, on the same page, because I don't know how good A.J. Brown is at catching bad throws. Does anybody know how good he is at catching bad throws?
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't
Hurts
handle the
to
truth.
pass, throws, pick. Horrible pass. Oh my God. Stupid, 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 stupid throw. Son of a bitch. What a bad throw. Stupid throw. Oh, stupid throw. Oh, stupid throw. Oh, stupid throw. Oh, stupid throw.
All right, so we're going to move off of the Eagles. We're going to move off the Eagles right now, and we're going to get back into our Cowboys, because we definitely need to be focusing in on our own guys. So basically, Eagles.
Whoa. Fuck the Eagle.
That's right. All right.
Oh,
So basically, that's what we have to say for the Eagles. And we're at the point now where all the talk is done. There's no more talking. There's no more team building to do. Right now, you got what you got. We got our team. They got their team. Their team is the one that right now everybody is saying they are the odds-on favorite. They're the best built team. They went out there and they did the most stuff. They're the off-season champions. They're ready to roll. That it's not even close. We are, Sister Mary, Sisters of the Poor, or whatever the name of the place is. We're the redheaded stepchildren. We're the redheaded stepchildren here that, please, sir, can I have some more? Yeah, we're the redheaded stepchildren that, don't have a chance. We got a running back who is, as shot, as they keep saying, that CeeDee Lamb, he's Mr. Dropitis and he's not a number one. Noah Brown is not ready to be a number two. Dalton Schultz is not a good tight end like, their guy and stuff like that. And I literally saw somebody here talking about Hurts is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. So we are, the offensive line stinks and we got a 40-year-old. So if we beat the Eagles, I'm curious, what excuse are they going to have? You're the guys that are the favorites. You're the guys with Howie vision that have picked all these players and stuff. You were the guys that helped your quarterback out. So if you guys don't end up being at least, 13-4, it should be a disappointment. Now, here's the thing for the Cowboys. A couple things. Now, we're ramping up now because, listen, it's already Monday night. We have better plays and coaches. I think we definitely have some coaches that are definitely, I'd say our defensive coordinator is definitely a hell of a lot better. William Schwartz, shout out to William Schwartz. Is a hell of a lot better than their defensive coordinator. I will say that. And seeing Dan Quinn's, just before I went on, I'd finished watching Dan Quinn's press conference. And Dan Quinn is such a teacher. I don't know if he should be a head coach. He is so much better being a hands-on guy. Historical art is ready to kick. Okay. Now historical art, you have a thing where you kind of disappear. You kind of disappear a lot. Historical art. Because, now I think you think the coast is clear that, we're going to kick your ass. When the Cowboys beat you guys, we never see you. I don't understand that. I don't understand how guys can be so mouthy and then don't show up. See, this is why I love my man Philly 500. This is why I respect my man Philly 500. Because when they lose, He's not a cockroach. He doesn't hide. He'll get mad, but he'll do the walk of shame. And that's why I will forever look out for my son right here. He's good people. You jackasses that come in and talk shit and then don't do the walk of shame, I ain't got nothing for you. But back to Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn was talking about some crazy stuff. So, he was basically talking about, our defensive line is so much better than where it was last year that we'll be better on the run, which you have to actually really believe. And I made the comment earlier today that we have so many guys on the defense that you forget about some of them. The rotations that we have, and as Dan Quinn put it, we're going to be Devarius Slay, Jason Peters will hold and false start your heart. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe that wasn't Philly. Maybe he comes to Dallas, close to home, and he loses some of that. You never know. I sound awful nervous. I'd say that I'm pretty steady for a man that's 56. Game time, Brian. Wait. Did you change your name, Brian? Game time, Brian. I actually think it should be the mailman, Brian, myself, but that's just me. Here's the thing with Dan Quinn. And this is what I will say, my observations early on in preseason. Understand preseason it's hard to decide, to really know what people have, okay? People don't scheme for games and so on. But what you can look at, because now you don't have much time to really get in shape. You have 14 padded practices before the season. That's it. You have 11 padded practices during the season. 25 padded practices is what the NFL and the NFLPA has come upon now for players. Most players, their only action is on Sunday, those 18 games. So you don't really have time to learn, especially at full speed. So you look at, in preseason, things like tackling, pursuit angles. They're not sexy, okay? And they sound like minor things because here's the thing. If you have a guy who's running a straight line, and I have another guy who's going to run a semicircle, which guy is going to get to the point faster? Because literally, Kurt Morgan, shout out to you. Because literally, watching the Eagles and looking at their fundamentals, their pursuit angles were awful. Guy would rush up there, the guy's coming around, they're like chasing behind him instead of trying to go to the point where you can cut him off. Looking at tackling, you don't see guys wrapping up. You've seen guys that were bouncing around off of them, breaking tackles. What I can say I see from the Dallas Cowboys, which we did in 2020, it's this defense has completely turned over. When we saw things that literally made me sick. In fact, I'll pull one up that'll make me sick. I hate to do it, but this makes me feel better. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, this is going to hurt. Okay, let me pull this up here. Philly, bye, Philly. This is what I mean about pursuit angles. Okay? See, everybody gets beat. The question is, are you going to get beat for 10 or 15 yards, or is it going to be a touchdown? And this is one of those ones that this should never have been a touchdown because it's going to be reversed to Odell. And you're going to see my man come up here too far inside and doesn't have his outside contained. But watch everybody else in here. Alden Smith gets upfield. He gets sucked inside. Odell's going to get the ball and just speed around him, right? Okay. All right. So that's the first part.
Gets away
Now watch everybody else here. The defensive linemen are now kind of circling around like this. What 72 should be doing is he should be aiming for this point right here, because that's the mesh point. That's the place that you're going to catch the guy. But instead, you see them kind of trail in behind him. If you're a big fat guy, you're not going to trail and catch an Odell.
Beckham has room to run.
And then you got these guys. What the fuck are they doing? What are they doing? They're running out of bounds.
Odell Beckham.
What is that? And then this guy, what? I'm like literally mystified.
Beckham cuts back. Odell Beckham Jr.
Just mystified.
All the way. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Yeah, that's literally the antipathy of shit play. Mark
From being a
Hutton,
20-yard
shout out
loss to a 50-yard touchdown run.
I mean, Alden
Look at
Smith
that.
does
Alden
everything
Smith
right
gets too
except
wide.
make the
I mean,
tackle.
he
And
gets
once
sucked
he
inside.
broke that, there
Hey, look at
is
these guys.
nobody there.
Look at this.
They're coming late, but it's already you've got Odell Beckham Jr.
That was a
in
comedy
space.
of
He's gonna let you
errors.
over pursue and come right back underneath you.
And
Just
that's,
poor
my friends,
angles.
Bob C. Shout out to
Xavier
Bob
Woods.
C.
Poor effort.
Poor effort. That's the kind of stuff that we used to see with the defense. Now what you see is you see a defense that's swarming. You see a defense that instead of just trying to deliver a blow with their helmet, they're understanding what I need to do is get my helmet across the body. So that way, if this is the guy coming at me, I'm here, okay? I'm not taking the head trauma. I'm using my shoulder, and I'm getting my arm around him, and I'm driving through him. You don't see those missed tackles. And that's the difference of giving up an extra 4, 5, 6, touchdown. The Cowboys' fundamentals in this defense are better. And what Dan Quinn was talking about was taking that next step. We saw Diggs taking a big step from his rookie year to his second year, going from 3 interceptions to 11. We look at this and say, okay, he's got the interception part down. He's going to hopefully take that step and be a better cover guy. You look at a guy like right now, he was talking about Tristan Hill. Tristan Hill, who, is now over a year away from the ACL injury that he missed half of the season, as well as some of the other problems he had with Rod Martinelli. You could see the strength that he has and the motor that he has in preseason. And you look and say, okay, that's a guy who we can put into the rotation. You look at Neville Gallimore, who had the elbow, who's probably the best defensive lineman we have, that ended up having the elbow issue where it was hyperextended and he missed basically 11 games. That his motor is there, his strength is there. And then you look at a guy like Quentin Bohannon, who is our Jordan Davis, but can actually play a few more plays. I'm not going to say that he has the skill set and the tools and the raw tools that Jordan Davis has, but he might be actually more impactful in the middle there because he does have the conditioning. He does understand about pad level and things like that, and he is now playing better. So when you just talk about those 3 guys, and as he put it, we're going to be better run stopping, that's 1,000 pounds of defensive linemen just right there. But it doesn't end there, because the thing that Dan Quinn is looking at is saying, listen, we have guys that we can match up in different situations, and we are deep enough that we can go ahead and keep guys in there fresh. Keep the Jason Renfro. I got your address with the email there, buddy. The shirt's right here. We'll go out when Michael, he's gone to take Gina back home to Pennsylvania. He'll be back tomorrow, and we'll get that stuff packed up and out then. But it's more than just that, because you've also got a John Ridgeway that's there. You've also got a Carlos Watkins that's there. You've got a Terrell Basham that's there. You got an Osa and Digazua in there. So now what you could do is, instead of saying, this defensive tackle's got to play 60, 70 plays, maybe they're only playing 30 plays against an offensive lineman that's got to play 60 or 70 plays, that they're going to be fresher than the offense, that this defense will get stronger come the fourth quarter just because the offenses will get tired. And when you look at some of the conditioning of some of these players, and I think that that's going to be a problem for the Eagles, because when I look at them, they look like they get tired quick. I'm not trying to hate. These are honest observations. I actually look at the Cowboys and say they seem like they're actually in good conditioning going through the game, at least with the backups. And again, we haven't seen the starters out there. But I think this team is going to be a lot better on the offensive side than people think because we have some unknowns. We're finding out that Turpin is definitely going to be used more in the passing game. And you'll probably see him doing things like reverses and stuff. That guy, if you get him the ball in space, he's going to make some moves. You're also going to use Tony Pollard is kind of this wild card. You're not going to know where Tony Pollard is going to be, or, is he going to be a running back? Is he going to be in the slot? Is he going to be catching screens? And these are things that will help out the offensive line. But now with the defense, what he said today that I'm kind of said, get the F out of here. He was talking about, with our defensive ends, because we've got, of course, DeMarcus Lawrence, we've got Dante Fowler, we've got Goldston there, we've got Sam Williams, that with Micah Parsons being that wild card guy, that he'll be all over the place, including sometimes as a D-back. I was like, shut the front door. D-back? It's kind of like, wow. So the way they're going to be doing this defense is you can't get comfortable playing against one guy. You're going to have to keep your head on a swivel because you have to figure out where Micah Parsons is. He might be coming in the A-gap. He may be coming on the outside of D-Law. He may be a middle linebacker that cheats up and rushes. Hell, he might play defensive tackle. So when a quarterback comes to the line of scrimmage, they're going to have to look and see, where's Micah? It's going to be like, where's Waldo? Jason Renfro, try so much, brother. Thank you so much, brother. Let's go Cowboys. You got it, Jason. There's going to be a lot of unknowns with this defense, and they're going to be fast. They're going to be long. Okay, these guys are tall, and they're going to be physical. And I look forward to this. Offensive-wise, I'm actually excited about the offense because it seems like every year for like the last 10, 15 years, we're always looking at the same offense. From Tony Romo to Dak Prescott, that we're always looking at the same thing, that literally you could sit there and pretty much we as Joe the fan could almost call out what the Cowboys were going to do, that they were constantly, a beast of doing the exact same thing, expecting a different result. Sometimes in life, you don't change until you're forced to change. And right now, I will actually say that the Cowboys offense is kind of a mystery to me because I don't know what to expect. Because, we don't have Amari Cooper there anymore. Now we got Noah Brown as the number 2. We got CD, who can play basically any of the 3 spots in there. That maybe instead of like when we had Des Bryant, who was always on the outside, he had 5 routes and that's it. Very rarely do we have anybody in motion other than maybe like Jason Witten from time to time. That maybe this year we'll have a lot of different looks, that will move receivers around because maybe CD is great at number 1. Maybe he's actually better in the slot. And now we got gadget guys like Turpin, who you give him the ball in the reverse with that speed, he's going to do something. That now Tony Pollard is the reverse Deebo Samuels, where he's a running back / receiver. We'll start out with maybe 21 personnel, 2 backs. What's up, Space Cowboy? How you doing, man? Welcome to the channel. Space Cowboy, damn. What year was it that you came to the tailgate? Was that like 2017, 2018? What year was that we had the cookout there? I think I only had about 50 people at cookout, but that was cool. There's so many different things that we're going to see on this offense that I think actually it might actually be better. Now, the key is going to be the offensive line, but I still believe in that 12 personnel. I believe that 12 personnel is going to help us, and having 2 good tight ends. I think Jake Ferguson is going to step in there, and he is going to become the security blanket. He's going to be that guy that's going to be able to help out on the line, who's going to be able to slip out and catch the passes. When we start doing bootlegs, that they'll do screens and stuff to him, that we'll see a little bit more diverse offense than what we've seen. It's not going to be, always going deep down the field like, chicks dig the deep pass. But I think you're going to see a more dynamic offense because they're kind of forced to do that. Now, we'll have to wait and see exactly what's going to happen. But that's the feeling that I've had, that, part of the reason why you let go of Amari Cooper was, A, we were pissed off at him, but B, we're trying to change what we're doing. We're looking at 2 tight end sets more, where do we want to spend $21 million for one wide receiver when we drafted CeeDee Lamb with the number 1 pick? Our goal was to make that guy the number 1. You can't look and say we drafted CeeDee Lamb in the first round and that he's just going to be a number 2. That was destined from the time you spent that pick for that guy, that he had to be the number 1. Jake Ferguson is a stud, and I like what I've seen from him. I definitely did. I was worried, I'll be honest. I was worried when I was out at training camp, and every day I'm seeing him on the bands dealing with the hamstring issue, and I'm like, oh, man, I need that guy out there. Like the name, Brian. Blue Virus, what's up? Game time, Brian. I like that. I'm loving that. Eagle fans are the only ones that come to Cowboys show and secretly watch and cry and whine and troll because their team is trash. Well, here's what I realize. I realize that I'm kind of the go-between, okay? I believe Philly's channel and my channel are similar in some regards, except I'm not a dingbat that's completely crazy about every single player that he has. But I think this is where the fan bases kind of meet and kind of commingle. You know what I mean? And so sometimes it gets a little bit ugly. Turpin is a weapon, and I can see him scoring on screenplays. And that's what I'm saying. You've got a little bit more diversity, and you definitely have a lot more speed. And more than anything else, I have no idea how this season is going to work out. Maybe all of the talking heads for once are right, and that they're actually going to pick the real winner for the NFC East, because it seems like every year they pick the guys that won the year before, and it doesn't happen. This year they're picking the Eagles. Maybe the Eagles end up being that guy that flops like they usually have to pick, and the Cowboys repeat. I don't know. But the thing you actually have to feel good about is the Dallas Cowboys are young. They have literally turned this roster over. We're going to have some lumps, but the fact that we are the 3rd youngest team in the NFL says as we go through next year and the year after, these guys will be able to grow together and get stronger together. They'll be able to pick up the subtleties of the offense and the defense. Next capo, read it, Mark us Holmes. What? Seth? Read it, Marcus Holmes. Seth. Dallas 8-9. Okay. I believe the tight end position will really step up for us, Ferguson and Hendershot. And here's the thing. It's not like this hasn't been done before. Look back around 2010, 2011 New England Patriots when they ended up having Gronkowski and, God, I'm having a brain fart, Hernandez. Between the two of those guys, how those two guys were better than almost any of the wide receivers that were out there. And Tom Brady ate them up with those guys. They were big, they were strong, they were hard to bring down. And that's what I'm hoping to see with this team. And I'm also hoping that this is kind of similar to what you saw with the Seattle Seahawks, or you could even say with the Cowboys in 2014, where the Cowboys were able to run the football, do a lot of play action, RPOs and things, control the clock. Seattle, when they won the Super Bowl, Russell Wilson only had like 23 touchdown passes. But Beast Mode had about 1,250 yards running the football. The defense took away the ball, number 1 in taking away the football, number 1 in yardage, number 1 in scoring, and that was the winning formula for them. Since then, you've seen Russell Wilson blow up and become a great quarterback, but he's not winning Super Bowls anymore. That's the difference. And as much as we want to say it's the quarterback, that it's that guy that messes it up or whatever, it's not just the quarterback. It's a team. And for the first time since probably the 90s, we have a defense that will help our offense as opposed to we have to protect our defense and keep them off the field. And that's what makes me excited about this season. I'm ready to beat the Bucs come Sunday. Now, that's going to be interesting because Chris Godwin, and I don't know if this is they're trying to make the Cowboys plan for Chris Godwin and so on. Chris Godwin basically tore his ACL about the same time Michael Gallup did. They've been talking about hoping that he'd be ready for week 1. Today, he did not have his knee brace on and was supposedly practicing. No word if he is going to be ready to play or not, or plays limited. But that would be actually a big boost for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the receiving corps, because you look at them from the damage that they did to us last year, beating us 31-29. I think it was 31-29. Antonio Brown had 129 yards. He killed Anthony Brown. You looked at Gronk, who had, I want to say, 98 yards. That guy's gone. And I'm going to say Kyle Rudolph is not the one anymore. Kyle Rudolph is definitely over the game. It's definitely over the hill. And if Chris Godwin plays, that brings back one of those weapons. You have Mike Evans, who, of course, is always good. And then Julio Jones, who we don't know what Julio really has left. And, yeah, it's going to be interesting. And as bad as our offensive line is, Tampa Bay's is actually in worse shape because they've ended up losing a lot of their players in the middle. And so what I need to do is I need to switch seats here. And I haven't even talked about the Washington Commanders or the Giants. But Fairweather, New York City, shout out to all and OG, Cowboys, BJ, Dupree. Shout out to you. Let me get this one done here too. Fairweather, NYC. All right, so enjoy this for a second. Program notes, couple of program notes. We'll be live streaming the game on Thursday night. Wednesday night, Rio has put together the NFC East crew. We're going to have Philly 500, Cop Pizzle, and Rio will be actually here at the Man Cave, and we'll be doing an NFC East live stream at 8 o'clock. So definitely come around for that, because I definitely think that that's going to be a ball. I hate to say it, but it seems like the Giants and the Redskins are, the Commanders are the redheaded stepchildren. Field goal attempt, 3rd and 4, 48-yard field goal attempt. He missed it!
He missed it!
What?
What?
No! No!
Oh, wait, there's a flag.
Wait, there's a flag.
If it's on,
there's a flag. Hold on.
On the Giants.
There's a flag. Hold on. Hold on. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me?
It's on the Giants. It's on the Giants.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
If it's on the Giants, that means he gets another chance to kick.
Hold on. What's the penalty?
I think another chance. It's on the defense. He gets another.
Oh my God! Look at Pizzle. Look at Pizzle.
He gets opportunity.
Look at Pizzle.
He gets an opportunity because it was on the defense.
Oh my God!
He gets the opportunity.
He jumped in the new. Oh my God! Pizzle literally has not moved.
No way.
Somebody check on Pizzle. Look at Pizzle.
Look at my man. He's ejected.
Oh my! He's like yeah, what?
Yeah.
Oh, Pizzle! Look at Pizzle! Oh my God! Oh my God! It's good! And that's $200! That's $200! Shout out! Oh, Pizzle! Pizzle's in state of shock! Oh my God!
Oh, Daddy.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Look at Pizzle! Oh my God! Hold it. Oh my God! Poor Pizzle. Pizzle, I'm sorry, man. I feel bad for you.
This week.
Oh my God. Pizzle, no. Pizzle.
Heineke's like, holy snap. He's like, yeah.
Pizzle, no.
He's like, yes.
Oh my God. All right. So yeah, it's almost that time, guys. Guys, we're 2 days, 22 hours, 9 minutes and 59 seconds away from the season kicking off. And here's what we're giving away tonight. Shout out to everybody who's done the super chats. The super chats that we got from earlier this morning and stuff we got in here. Look at that. Super Bowl champion, Billy Joe Dupree. So we've started the hopper all over. And let's see. Winner, chicken dinner. Let's see who we got tonight. Okay, let's see. Who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? Oh, fuck no. Eastside Herald he won't send me his address. So, Eastside, if you send me your address, I know you don't want anything Cowboys-wise. Okay, I know you don't want that. But I'll do you a print for the Texans. I'll do a symbol or something like that. You know, your star or something. I mean, excuse me, your Texans logo or something, okay? Damn. Eastside Herald. That's the second time that Mother Humper has won. And he refuses to send me his address. Bob C. Bob C is the winner, chicken dinner. All right, Bob C. Email me, Bob C, so you can get the Billy Joe Dupree autograph shirt. All right, so I have been here enough on YouTube. I have been accused of actually having too many videos and stuff going on, and I do get long-winded. And I apologize if I do too many and stuff. But listen, and let me apologize for losing my cool here. I am so sick and tired of so much hate in the world. As I've been talking to Christine, Stewart's mother, and listening to her upset about her mom being in the hospital, having get oxygen, and hoping that she's not having heart failure, that she's got double pneumonia and things. Seeing so many people that I know that are sick or have lost people and stuff, and just seeing the temperature of the country where everybody is at each other's throat, I'm just tired of it. And I want to be the opposite of that. I want, when people come here, that we can joke and have fun. Philly 500, I hate his team, but he's one of my best friends here. And we can do that in the world. Just because I don't agree with you doesn't mean that we have to insult each other. And that's what I'm trying to get over. And that's where I'm going to try and make sure that this channel is that. Okay? And forgive me for being, like I said, I just sometimes it takes a lot for me to go over the edge. But when I go, I go. One final thing. Okay, there's a lot of new channel members that are out there. There's a lot of you channel members that have gotten your shot glasses and you haven't gotten me your picture, or you've sent me the picture and I've not gotten it on here. If your picture you sent it to me and it's not on here, do me a favor, send it to me, cowboysmark94 Gmail. You with the shot glass. Let me see your smiling face and stuff, because I have to thank all of you guys for being here and being part of the show, because without you guys, it doesn't work. So get your shot glasses ready. Good night, good people. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and football season is back. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here because the lights are going off.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.